So how I passed my removals exam in calculus in UP Diliman using this book, Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy. So if you're watching this video, chances are that you are preparing for your calculus removals this removals period. First of all, removals is not the end of the world. Actually, let's reframe it as our chance not to retake the subject again. So congratulate yourself kasi may chance ka pang take tong one exam na to not to retake the subject again. So in this video, I'll show you how I studied for removals using ideas from Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog, particularly the 80-20 rule, and the idea of identifying your frog or your most important task that will have the greatest impact on your results. So I only studied for 35 hours total, and most of that happened during the final week before the exam, and I still passed. So here's exactly how I strategized for that exam. So in this video, we're going to talk about first, our eligibility for the removals exam. Second, gathering study sources. Third, using formula flashcards. Fourth, identifying frogs in problem solving. 5, execution. And last is my additional tips for the removals. So before anything else, make sure first na eligible ka to take that removal exam this removals period. So if mid-year mo siya iti-take, make sure na enrolled ka during mid-year or you are in residence if hindi ka mag-enroll sa mid-year. Kasi muntik na akong nadali dyan. Kasi hindi ako magbi-mid-year tapos magte-take ako ng removals exam. And parang sinabihan ako yung prof ko sa calculus na need daw naka-residency. So yung residency is something that you apply on your college secretary, and then it is also something na kailangang alam ng advisor mo. So, my simple suggestion is first, email your advisor and email your college secretary of your plan to take residency.
Take note pala guys, it's better to go there physically as the residency takes time to be processed, lalo na pag email lang kayo. If may option naman na pwedeng pumunta doon physically.
So, ayun. Ang first frog natin is make sure that you're actually allowed to take the exam. So, number 2 is to gather our study sources. So, one mistakes na ginagawa nating students is that we assume that meron tayong infinite amount of time. So, ibig sabihin nun, kaya nating aralin or nagdadagdag tayo ng sobrang daming study sources na very idealistic na yung plan natin na, okay, need ko tong maaral lahat para makapasa ng exam. When in fact, hindi mo kailangang i-go through lahat ng sources na meron ka.
Kasi Brian Tracy states that there will be always more to do than you can ever accomplish in the time you have available to you, no matter how much it is. You can get control of your tasks and activities when you start spending more time on the few activities that can really make a difference in your life.
So, ang keyword dito ay few activities. Ibig sabihin nito, we must learn to prioritize the few activities that will help us yield our expected results in this life. May nag-i-exist na 20% ng sources na mag-yield ng 80% ng results mo. So, itong principle na to is stated sa book ni Brian Tracy. It is called the Pareto Principle, and evident siya across all fields, economics, everything. So, basahin nyo na lang yung chapter 3 ng book na to. So, for the removals, this means that not all our resources are equally valuable. So, instead of studying everything, we just focus on the resources na most likely nalalabas sa final. So, ang priority list ko is ito. Una, final exam samplex. Pangalawa, previous long exams. Pangatlo, lecture videos. And ask yourself, if I only have 1 day left or 3 days left to study this exam, which resource would I most likely focus on or would I study? So that's usually the part of your 20%. So, i-rationalize natin bakit final exam samplexes yung need. So, if may resources ka ng final exam samplex, mas magandang, ayun yung study mo.
Kasi yung final exam samplex, same lang usually yung structure niya sa removals exam. So, if may isang resource ka na pinaka-importanting aralin mo, yan ay yung final exam samplex.
So, pag in-study mo yun, alam mo na din malalaman mo na din kung anong type of questions, ano yung process, kung paano siya i-solve. And most of it, mini-mirror niya lang yung previous na long exams na tinake mo na.
And it also aids you in practicing to solving the problems within the time limit. Since final exam samplex also mirrors the long exams.
So magandang may copy ka ng previous long exams and yung mga sagot if dinidiscuss ng prof mo. Step 3 is to create formula flashcard. Itong mga flashcards na to is something I created nung normal classes pa. So parang every lecture, nagsusulat ako nung formulas lang na need i-memorize. Formulas or yung special techniques na ginamit doon. For example, yung special identities, may ganon. So, yun yung minememorize ko. So, calculus is a skill subject. So, hindi mo masasolve yung mga bagay na hindi mo kayang i-recall. So, before solving problems, kailangan mo munang mag-create ng flashcards na andun yung derivative, integration formulas, trigonometric identities, special shortcuts. Kung meron ka noon, yon. Pero it's not too late to create your own flashcards. Okay, remember guys that the goal is not purely memorization but instant recall. Kasi sa calculus, may part din yung memorization. So, kung memorize mo yung identities or yung derivatives and antiderivatives, mas mabilis mong masosolve yung exam. So, yun yung optional na pwede nyong gawin. Or if may template na kayo dati, pwede naman na yun. Basta ang goal dito is to know yung mga identities na kailangan mo for the exam. Okay, na-create na natin yung flashcards. Next is dun tayo sa exam questions. So, step 4 is to identify your frogs. So, ito yung pinaka-importanteng step para maximize mo yung time left mo to study. So, for removals, Brian Tracy defines frogs as the biggest and most important task that one needs to do to create great positive impact into one's life if na-complete mo siya. So, for removals, yung most important frogs na to is yung mga frogs na hindi mo alam or yung mga problem na hindi mo alam isolve. Yung mga topics na ina-avoid mo, yung mga problems na ini-skip mo, yung mga questions na hindi ka sure kung paano mo sasagutin. So, ako, para ma-identify yung frogs na to, lalagyan ko siya ng asterisk, tapos lalagay ko yung word na frog pag hindi ko alam isolve or completely wala akong idea kung paano siya isolve. Ayan. So, depende pa rin to sa strategy nyo. So, ang strategy ko nung nag-calculus 2 ako, hinuli ko yung LE na alam kong hindi ko alam or hindi ako sure na kaya ko bang i-prove. Yun yung LE2. Kasi series siya and yun yung pinakamababang LE ko. So, ang ginawa ko, nag-LE1 ako para mas strengthen yung foundation ko. And nag-LE4 ako kasi yun yung bago, yun yung frog ko na hindi ko masyadong naaral or na-watch yung lecture videos noon. Basta mag-strategize kayo. Pero ang recommended ko is to practice on the foundations first. And then, tackle on yung frog na hindi, yung LE na hindi mo masyadong alam. And then, ayun na. I-rank nyo sila by priority.
Basta ang important,
Is to strengthen the foundation. At the same time, focus on the problems na you find not easy.
next, the crucial part is to execute.
So once we've identified our high-yield resources, execution becomes simple.
And sabi sa Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy, execution or action orientation is one of the most crucial behavior in successful people. It's not about the planning, but it's all about taking action. So to take action,
Ganito yung study cycle ko nung nag-aral ako for finals. So, first step is kinuha ko yung flashcard ko, minememorize ko yung formulas na kailangan for that one problem. So, I memorize the formulas and then solve the problem. Pagkatapos kong ma-solve, i-memorize ko yung process kung paano ko sinolve yung problem. So, you memorize the process, not just the answer. So, yung process mismo. Yung step 1, ganito gagawin ko. Step 2, ayun. So, even yung pag-structure ng question, tignan mo kung ano yung hinahanap. So, ang goal is pattern recognition. So, many calculus problems look different but can be solved through step-by-step process. Ayun, ganun ako mag-solve. And then, after ko ma-memorize yon yung process, mag-move on ako sa next question. I'll do the same. And then, after a while, kung feeling ko nakalimutan ko na, saka ako babalikan yung first question ulit. And then, isosolve ko siya based sa pagkakaalala ko. And dun pa lang sa pag-solve na yun, without looking sa answer key, ayun na, one way to recall na siya kasi makikita mo yung gaps sa understanding mo.
now, for the additional tips, ito siguro yung pinaka-importanteng part ng video na gusto kong pag-usapan. How do you avoid getting overwhelmed by the amount of information you need to study and of course by your own idealistic standards? Kasi let's be honest, minsan hindi naman yung calculus ang kalaban natin. Minsan yung expectation natin sa sarili natin. So these are my commentaries on some of Brian Tracy's ideas from Eat That Frog and how I personally applied them during removals.
One of my favorite quotes from the book is this: planning is bridging the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. So Brian Tracy also recommends that we should plan the night before. But here's my commentary on that. So for me, the goal of planning is not to create the perfect schedule. The goal of planning is actually to start taking action. Minsan kasi sa sobrang detailed ng plano natin, color-coded, may time blocks, may estimated completion dates, pero hindi naman tayo nagsisimula. So the problem is that we often set goals that are too vague. So for example, for today, finish LE1. So it sounds productive, right? To finish LE1 for the day. What exactly does finishing mean? Finish reading? Finish solving every problem? Finish memorizing every formula? Ang daming uncertainty. And when there's too much uncertainty, mas mataas ang chance na mag-procrastinate tayo because we don't know where to start. And nag-agree din dyan yung book ni Brian Tracy. Ask, what is the first actionable step I can do right now? Okay, you plan for the day and you write the first actionable step that will help you make progress sa removals review. For example, okay, goal number 1 or checklist number 1, memorize derivative formulas for 10 minutes. Solve one problem from LE1, watch 15 minutes of a lecture video, or create flashcards for integration formulas. So notice na itong mga to-do list na to, they are all actionable. They are all actions. They're specific, clear, easy to start because progress should create momentum. And momentum creates more progress. So let's move on to the next step na nasa book, which is to create large chunks of time. But we must remember that we should start small. So Brian Tracy recommends creating large chunk of uninterrupted time for important work. And I agree with that. But akin, ang strategy ko, kasi nga medyo na-overwhelm ako sa 2 hours na dire-diretsong mag-aral. Especially if yung attention span nyo is very
narrow.
especially if yung attention span mo is not that great, like me. Ang ginagawa ko, sige, ita-timeran ko yung sarili ko. I'll just study 10 minutes. And then, ayun. So, i-memorize ko lang yun in 10 minutes. Then, after memorizing, nakukuha ko na yung momentum ko. Sige, mag-add pa tayo ng 20 minutes to solve this problem. So, magsasolve ako 20 minutes or so. And then, i-memorize ko yung process. Tapos, hindi ko na malayan na 2 hours na pala akong gumagawa. So, importante din to take breaks in between study session para hindi ka ma-burned out sa pag-study ng removals. So, mafe-feel mo naman kung mabigat na yung eye bags mo, probably it's time to switch on some different tasks, mag-workout ka, di ba? Para hindi na-fry yung utak. And para mas longer yung study hours. So, and also, guys, remember to drink a lot of water and to eat snacks. Kasi need ng brain mo ng fuel para mag-solve ng problems. So, final thoughts for my removals experience. Okay, passing is often more about prioritization ng resources. So, don't try to study everything. Just study the right things. Find your frogs, do them first, apply the 80-20 rule. Focus on the small number of topics that generate most of your results. And remember, you do not need a whole month of studying. Sometimes it just takes a few days if you focus on the right material. So, good luck on your removals. Kaya niyo yan.